Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Thaddeus Bent.
Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Thaddeus Bent, and I am a traveller, not a gypsy. Oh, indeed, my friends, I am a time traveller. I've come here from many hundreds of thousands of years ago, from an era that you know as Victorian times. Yes, I built a time machine in my garage with my nephew, Jason, for Victorian garage. We built it from brass and copper and brass. And we travelled the many universes in search of adventure. But yours, my friends, is the most worrying time. Do you know why? Because women can drive buses here. I don't like it, it frightens me. I'm sorry if my values seem dated to you. So I was born in another time in Stoke. Your universe is very strange, you know. The air is very smooth here, because it's been breathed out so many times, you see. In Victorian times, the air is much, much thicker. Every breath you take is like warm, crunchy peanut butter. In fact, if you go back to Neolithic times, then every breath you have is like a breakfast. Thick as a breakfast. Imagine breathing in beans. It's agony. Anyway, yes, I come back here because I believe that someone in the auditorium tonight possesses powers. Perhaps I'll use the talkie stick again. Hello, my friend. You look like a nice man. What is your name, my friend? Hello, Mike. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm glad that I found you.
Me too.
You look pleased. Mike, have you ever been... Mike is actually my great friend. Mike, have you ever been examined by an expert in pyrokinetic psychology? You have now. Mike, I believe that you are a future psychic. What do you think of that? Amazing. I knew he was going to say that. But only once he'd said it. You see, Michael, I believe that you can project your thoughts into the minds of others. That's what makes you a future psychic. Tell me, have you ever lain with a woman? Excellent, a virgin. Listen, Michael, it's very important. If you ever empty yourself into a woman, Michael, pay attention, then you will lose your gift. Excuse me. Can I ask you to move to that seat there? No, that one, please. Excuse me, lumberjack. Could you move to that seat? Thank you very much indeed. That goes for the rest of you. If you touch him, the universe will end. Round of applause for Michael. It's gone very well. Those ladies are very nice and helpful, but there are actually some really bad ladies in the world. I know an evil cult of women called the suffragettes. Really bad. want trousers and votes for girls. In fact, you want to hear about a battle that I had with them in the past? Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. The year was 1911 and I was going to the shop to buy a capri sun. Well, who comes coming down the road but my greatest enemy, Emmeline Pankhurst, Grand Wizard of the Suffragettes. And she says, "Oh, good morning, Thaddeus Bent." Rudely exaggerating the Bent bits of my name. And I says, "Oh, hello, Emmeline Wankhurst. Who do you want to be Prime Minister?" "No one cares." She got pretty mad about that anyway. She attacked me. We got into sort of fisticuff maul and she punched me in the tits and we got into a bit of a scuffle and just sort of shoved her in the gob like that and was getting the better of her, but then loads of suffragettes in urban camouflage gear and bustles came out of a bus with nightsticks and tasers. But anyway, they come at me like this and they're like, I got the first one and I blocked the blood, broke her arm, punched in the gut, and then like that. Gut was just sort of choked her out like this. Choked her out. Look after my girlfriend, she's just dead. Another one came at me and punched her, pushed her over, and then stamped on her. Anyway, there were about 40 of them, so they battered me. And we've been fighting for so long, we went all the way across London. We must have changed buses. We ended up at the racecourse. Oh good, some students of history are in. Anyway, she was battering me, and I was nearly dead, and she just picked up a breeze block with a load of hammers on it. She was about to finish me off and do the coup de grace, and I had a plan, and I grabbed her by a greasy, unwashed hair, and I launched her over the rail. And all the horses ran over her, and over her, and over her, and over her, until her head came off like this. And everyone in the crowd stood up and cheered. And the king stood up and said, "Thank you, Thaddeus Bent, for rescuing us from feminism." Thank you. Only man brave enough to clap. You can join my army of time police. We're going to Nelson Mandela's house. Anyway, I got the hand of Emmeline Pankhurst and I booted it up in the air and it fell through the air, through a hole in time, and it landed in Wembley Stadium in 1966. And England beat West Germany 4-2 and won the World Cup. And the scoreboard read, Hurst, Thaddeus Bent, Hurst. And anyway, Bobby Moore came up to me all sort of embarrassed and apologetic and said, "Oh, Thaddeus, I'm only a shitty defender. Would you mind lifting the World Cup on behalf of all white middle-class English people?" And I said, "Yes, Bobby Moore, I will. I said, no problem at all." So I agreed to lift the World Cup for everyone, and then I could hear little Jeff Hurst piping up with his little cottony mouth. I was like, "Oh, I scored a hat-trick and Thaddeus Bent only scored one." And then Bobby Charlton took him to one side and said, "Listen, Hursty, 2 of yours were tap-ins and 1 of them wasn't over the line. He's just scored a 42-mile volley with a dead woman's head. Let him have his moment."